Good afternoon. I am. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Just in time. This is my just in time Sarah delivery system.
Yes, so apologies.
No worries. No worries. Even if you're late, so called. I mean, there's really no such thing as late.
Right?
There's just variations on when you get here.
Exactly.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. That cold I was afraid I was getting, I had some mild symptoms and I just basically didn't do anything for a couple of days and I feel pretty good now. I felt pretty rough when I first woke up. I decided to take a shower before coffee. Yeah. So I walked my way through the first half hour of the day and I did end up taking a nice long nap, but I feel after that I feel pretty good.
Good.
It's good because I got stuff to do tomorrow. So
excellent.
Okay, well, Jill stopped by quite some time ago, like 2 or 3 hours ago, to say, I will try to join in today. I will try to join in. Today is my day off from work. I have errands to run, but it's snowing again. What else is new? It's supposed to stop around noon, which was our situation too. We were supposed to get snow this morning and we got more than we were expecting.
Oh my.
And it stopped around noon. And but I live about 100 miles, 160 kilometers southwest of Jill, and it seems like with these snowstorms we're in the same band. I think sometimes the really wide ones, it's the same band as you, and it's just like I get the same thing she gets but milder.
Oh, okay.
And it's partially because I'm inland, and also it's not just my town though, it's also my part of town because I live in this little valley that is much milder than the rest of town. So it's like when I look at the weather for my part of town, for my town, I'm like, oh yes, but in my part of town, we have this like little microclimate where it's usually a lot nicer than the rest of it. Yeah. So, but we did get a lot more snow than we were expecting this morning. And I think on that Monday one, we got a little less than a foot.
Wow.
So hopefully Jill will be able to stop by.
I hope so.
And I will not be taunting her with my Chillin' with My Snowmies bookmark today because I'll be reading on a Kindle.
There you go.
Okay, and Pearl's new friend Pearl's and Plot Twists.
Hello.
She says, hello. Happy snow day.
Yes.
And she says, I am devouring. When I first glanced at that comment, I thought it said, I am devastating a box of blueberries rather than I am devouring. And I think devastating would be a good verb too.
I agree. I
like them both. I am devouring or devastating a box of blueberries and knitting a toque. I think this is the same one she was working on yesterday.
Yes.
She had 6 hours of sprints yesterday.
It was great if you wanted to get stuff done.
I went to take a nap during one of the sprints and then just by the time I woke up and was back online, just it was done. So
yeah.
I think I left a note saying nap. And then that was it. That was the last you heard from me. Anyway, I will also clean my kitchen. Didn't get to it yesterday. Oops. Aina is here. I have made myself an iced watered down decaf vanilla caramel latte. That sounds lovely. She sent me a picture of her creamers and she found out that decaffeinated coffee has less caffeine because it still has trace amounts of caffeine in it.
Yes, it does.
But it actually has less caffeine than hot chocolate.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because chocolate does have some caffeine in it.
Yes, it does.
And while the decaffeinating process doesn't get all the caffeine out, it gets more. I mean, I think you can maybe get decaf hot chocolate, but I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm not sure. But anyway, so she found this out and she's like, interesting. So she sent me a picture, she got a couple of nice looking bottles of creamer.
Oh, nice.
And she also sent me a lovely picture. She finished her puzzle, which is a just gorgeous Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, fabulous.
Beautiful. And she says, I'm hoping it doesn't mess with me. I hope it doesn't as well. I think it should be okay, especially if you made it on the weak side and you use more water and then the ice is going to melt into it and the cream by the time you've added the ice and
you're having this much actual coffee.
Yeah, exactly. And it's decaf. So again, trace amounts, but Hey, says Lisa Lost Coffee Mug. Hey. And Erica Wallace. Erica says, hello, ladies. I want to read that in a Lounge Lizard Larry kind of voice.
Yes.
Hello, ladies. Trying to wrap up the school day with my first and fourth grader as is like a homeschooling situation or a snow day situation, which makes it a homeschool situation. I would love to finish a book today, but we shall see. Yes. And wait, there we go. Lost Coffee Mug Lisa says, hey, pre-op appointment today and everything looks good for carpal tunnel surgery on March 19th. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll try to remember that. And we can celebrate that the week before and the week after. Hopefully you'll be up to it. Absolutely. Emily Lost in the Library is here saying, hey. She's still devastated by my insights into Anne's House of Dreams by Lucy Maud Montgomery. I'm not the one who keeps bringing cannibalism up in those books. That's on Lucy Maud Montgomery's.
Okay, if that's the case, I think I might actually need to read Anne of Green Gables if this is the path that we're going down.
Yeah. There are surprising references to the taste of human flesh. Well, actually, at the beginning of Anne's House of Dreams, she was talking about how when she was growing up, she always thought she was so homely, largely because of her hair, but just she thought she wasn't going to marry. The only person who would marry her would be like a missionary, and she'd have to go live among the cannibals. And I'm like, and cannibalism kind of came up in the last book too, I think. Anyway, and it's like, and then now she's, not married to a missionary. She's like, and then she met some missionaries and they were super hot. And she's like, oh, even living among the cannibals still out of my league. She didn't use that language, obviously. But Ambi's here. Hello from my creative corner of creation. Hi, Ambi. Erica says, homeschool by choice. Because like I said today, in some parts of the country and, well, some parts of the continent, it's like homeschool whether you want to or not. Gwen's here. Hi, ladies. Or ladies.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, my counterfactual account of Anne's character. She likes it. She still fantasizes. Anne still fantasizes about marrying and living among the cannibals. And Lisa says, now I may need to read those books.
You and me both, Lisa.
Well, this was after Anne of the Island, where she's like spends a fair amount of the book hanging out in a graveyard.
Fun.
Well, it's like there's a nice graveyard and it's like really pretty and stuff. And her friends just like, she and her friends go and hang out there.
Oh, no, I totally get that. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's like, okay. Anne's a little freakier than I realized.
Well, when we traveled when we went on a cruise, my aunt and I, we would go to all the separate little islands. We would find the cemeteries, these old, like, cemeteries. Her and I love to see old cemeteries and old churches. It's a favorite hobby of ours. When
we lived in Belgium, my bedroom, but we backed onto the town cemetery.
Okay.
But it was on top of a hill and we were lower.
Yes. Okay.
But so my bedroom was on the second floor or first floor for some people, depending on how you calculate. And I could look straight out and there was a wall, so I couldn't like see the cemetery exactly. But like on my birthday is All Saints Day. So there would be frequently people like going to visit the graves on my birthday. I also had bars on my window, so it was a
well, in case of a zombie.
Yeah, I didn't have to read the Goosebumps series. I was living them. Abby says, Monday night, my mom got sick. Oh, no. And was sick all night. We had to go to the ER at 6 a.m. Wednesday and was there until 1 p.m. something. And about an hour after we got home, I got sick. Oh, that's terrible. Is she feeling better? Did she have to be admitted? I hope everything's working out. Ana says, I told my sister-in-law to homeschool my niece because apparently Florida has removed the mandate for vaccinations. Not sure of accuracy, but that's concerning for my niece who seems to get every cold. Yeah.
Herd immunity.
And she says all vaccinations, not just the most recent. Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say is herd immunity. It's not your child that you're protecting. It's every other child.
Yeah. And the fact that when they remove the mandate, because of the way our healthcare system works, when the mandate is removed, sometimes it won't be covered by the municipal government and or by insurance.
Really? I never thought about that. Okay.
Yeah. Because I mean, if the school requires it, then they have to provide it.
Mm-hmm.
And some people don't have insurance, or I think insurance companies will still cover it if you have insurance, because they know that saves them money in the long run. But if you don't have insurance.
I know leading up to transplant, I had to show proof of all immunizations, and I had to get I think it was my B something before, because you can't get these things right afterward, right? Because of your immune system. But anyway, my doctor was telling me about a patient who was in line for a potential heart transplant and refused to get the MMR, the measles, mumps, rubella.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, I don't want to get it. I don't believe in vaccines. And they're like, then I'm sorry, you're disqualified.
Mm-hmm.
They have their protocol that they want to follow.
If you don't want to believe in vaccines, then you don't get to believe in transplants.
And that's the thing. You can't pick. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it because
I'm just saying that's part of the issue when the mandates are removed, at least here in the States, you don't necessarily get those vaccinations.
Wow.
It may be too
if you have to pay
expensive.
For them, people can't afford them.
Yeah. Like I said, I think if you actually do have insurance will usually cover it, because insurance companies know what saves them money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's people being vaccinated. But
Mm-hmm.
But public funding will go away. Not admitted.
I'm not to move to Florida.
Abby says not admitted, and all her tests were normal. Good. So they had no idea why she was in so much pain. Is she feeling better at least? I hope she's feeling better.
Absolutely.
Hey, everyone, says Lauren. Hey, Lauren. And Gwen says, just wait until Seth Graham-Smith of P&P and Zombies gets a hold of Anne. Gilbert will walk into the pantry to get like some cookies or something, and Seth Graham-Smith will show up, and Gilbert will walk out of the pantry, and it'll be like, where's my wife? I had a wife. Where'd she go? Stacy's here. Hello, everyone. She says, hello. Erica says, our homeschooling has absolutely nothing to do with vaccines or lack thereof, and our school system is severely underfunded, and the kids as well as teachers suffer.
No, I get the idea of homeschooling. I fully.
Oh yeah, I get that, and I know it's not always a vaccine thing. It's not always a religious thing. Sometimes, if a family's in a position to do it, then it actually works out for their kids and everything. Because in terms of like extracurriculars, there's special like homeschooling sports leagues and stuff like that.
Absolutely, there is. Absolutely.
Ana says, I learned the hard way not to tense up my arms when getting a shot. Yes.
Yep.
Ew, Lauren's Book Corner says, these kid germs are vicious.
They're like little petri dishes, I swear.
Like B has to keep putting off her live streams because one kid gets better and then the other kid gets sick and then she gets sick and then
my aunt does a lunchroom program at she's 75, but she's like, she doesn't want to retire. It gives her something to do for an hour every day. She does lunchroom at her grandkids' school. Mm-hmm. I swear to God, she's sick every time I talk to her. I'm like, these children are nothing but little germ factories.
Yeah, they get everything and then,
they pass
and they grow up. So that's, again, why you want to vaccinate, so that your kids, because there are a lot of things you can't really protect against, like a common cold famously and so on. But if you can get them vaccinated for the really bad stuff, and then it's just like you got to tough out those years. I kept getting sick even though I had the vaccines, but I got much milder versions of them.
Yes.
Like I got chicken pox, but it was very mild.
Yes.
I got mumps, but it was very mild.
Yep.
So I was like, they wouldn't let me go to school because the dangers of contaminating other kids, which drove my mom nuts because I had all the energy in the world and couldn't go to school, bored out of my mind, just running around, bugging her every 5 minutes. Just like, and meanwhile, both my dad and my uncle and aunt, we were all living in the same household. My dad and my uncle were avoiding me like the plague. Because they didn't want to get mumps because, they can have,
I had mumps like twice and I was vaccinated for it, but I was just so susceptible as a child.
And Lauren is saying hello back at Pearls and Plot Twists. Well, I think it's time for 10 minutes of yuck. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
It's yuck. It doesn't sound good to anyone.
Yeah,
But
let's get it done and over with.
we just do this for 10 minutes. For those of you who are new, this is 10 minutes of yuck is that's what Nicole named it, which is 10 minutes in which to do the things you don't want to do for more than 10 minutes, whether it's cleaning the bathroom, paying bills, making phone calls. I have some picking up to do in my bedroom, which is kind of a mess because I was kind of neglecting it while I was feeling under the weather. So now I feel better and it's time to do some picking up. We have a comment from Kristen. We all caught something from Disney and I got back to school and all the kids are fighting all different types of viruses. I'm not safe anywhere. Well, maybe if you went to the romance bookstore, if you went to the Ripped Bodice, maybe you wouldn't run into a bunch of kids. Although people bring their kids to those places, but
not as many.
Yes. Lisa says, I swear going on vacation, I always get sick too. Yes, because you get exposed to like everybody else's stuff.
And you're out of your element. Exactly.
Yeah. And if you've been traveling a lot, you breathe a lot of recycled air and you kind of are fatigued from the traveling. And that makes you more susceptible. Okay, so 10 minutes of yuck, which it is currently 15 past the hour, 16 past the hour. So we're going until 26 past the hour. And I'm going to, and then when we come back, I will read the summary for my book.
Excellent.
That will be your reward for doing your 10 minutes of yuck is listening to me jibber jabber. Try to contain your excitement. So 20, whoa, by the time I get this typed. Oops. I tried to put in an exclamation point, and the next thing you knew, everything blew up.
There you go.
Okay. See you in 10.
See you.
And we're back. Hello?
Oh,
Can you hear?
okay, sorry.
I was like, you were so still. I thought your
My computer, because I was trying to edit in the background on my vlog for this week, trying to get ahead of the game. But I guess my computer's like, this is too much with the video and the editing. We can't do both. Pick one.
Well, you were actually not frozen from my perspective, but you were so still. I thought you were, and I was like, can she even hear me? Did she blink twice? Maybe. Okay. So I got my stuff picked up. I started to remove my 12 Days of Christmas ornaments from the small tree.
Yes.
Which I hadn't gotten around to doing yet. And it is the 25th of the month.
It's 10 months till Christmas.
It is Christmas in February. And Kristen says, I scheduled a few doctor's appointments while we had the 10 minutes of yak. That's exactly what it's for. Well done. Anyway, so I am finally putting these away, and I'm doing my Christmas in video for today, just Christmas in February, because it's February. And the Christmas romance I'm reading today is The Wedding Night Before Christmas by Katie Wilde.
I love that idea, that a Christmas day every month. That's so much fun.
I'm reading the Christmas romances that I didn't get to in December.
Oh, fabulous.
So in January, it was Christmas in January, and I read Good Spirits by B.K. Borison.
Yes.
But the calendar has betrayed me for this month and March, because this month only has 28 days. So for this month and March, Christmas the 25th of the month is on Wednesdays when I'm doing Midweek Motivation. And I will not be reading this book during Midweek Motivation, because I already had scheduled this before I realized the conflict. I was already planning to finally read a Margaret Way book, because of course she's the author that you're featuring this month. I could not find the Margaret Way book that my spreadsheet says I own. However, there is one on Kindle Unlimited called Innocent Mistress, and that is what I will be reading today.
Wonderful.
Okay, and Pearls and Plot Twist says, I spent the 10 minutes catching up with DMs. Well, hopefully that wasn't yuck. Like people you wanted to hear from.
Right.
And Lauren says, I am getting some laundry folded.
There you go.
It never ends, does it? It's just this endless river of laundry, especially when you have children.
Little ones.
Anyway, I will share this. I've only read a couple of pages from this. I'm going to read it after the sprints, because like I said, I'm going to be reading Innocent Mistress by Margaret Way. However, I did like this. Where it's first person, alternating first person. So when the female main character first sees the male main character, she's talking about this guy. I stride out of the elevator and stop dead because everything's off kilter. A man is taking up too much space in the reception area, and he's standing in the wrong place. And let's see. With his immense height and broad shoulders, his proportions overwhelm the window frame and the enormous body of water that lies behind it. And his presence seems to tilt the entire room in his direction, as if he's not just tall and broad, but massive enough to create a perceptible gravity well. And then she goes in and she's talking to her assistant, and she's got some papers, and she says, please restaple them properly so that I can look at them. And then she's thinking, because I can still see them, even hidden safely away in their folder. 2 documents exactly the same, except one was stapled on the diagonal and the other stapled vertically. Who does that? Only a monster. I agree. Audrey is right.
100%.
Ana says, I only have one Christmas book I didn't get to, Christmas at the Ranch. I think the author's last name is McKay. And Lauren agrees that it's like Mount Everest, LOL. Actually, Mount Everest is like that too, because people just abandon their clothing and equipment, as they go up, and then they don't pick it up. So like you can see all of this stuff. It's just there, the Valley of the Shirts. Anyway, so the book I am reading is His Innocent Mistress. and I will read the summary, but I have, because it's Kindle,
Yay.
I have to go over to another thing here. When lawyer Jude Conroy tells Kate she's just inherited a fortune from a wealthy man, everyone, including Jude, presumes that she must have been the man's mistress. Kate insists that she doesn't even know the man who left her the money, but Jude has learned to be cynical about women who choose to who play the innocent, and part of him doesn't believe her, but another part wants to go to any lengths to prove she's telling the truth, because if she's going to be anyone's mistress, or anyone's wife for that matter, she's going to be his. Kristen wants to know, is she really innocent? Jude wants to know, is she really innocent? I think my prediction is it'll get to the point where he's like, I don't even care anymore. I just want to be with her. So it was published in 2004. Peach iced tea. Very refreshing.
Yum.
And it's a Harlequin romance. And it is 188 pages long, but I'll be reading it on Kindle. So, which when I was bustling about, I forgot to pick up my Kindle, which is on the other side of the room. Well, when I say the other side of the room, it's not a big room. It's like maybe 2 feet beyond where my fingertips can touch. So it's not that far, but I do have to get up, and that's not on. So what are you working on today?
I was just looking, and I think I'm going to join you on this Christmas Day, reading a Christmas book today.
Okay.
I have a book on my TBR that I was going to get to next, or one of the ones I was going to get to
next. Is this Valentine for Christmas, or?
Nope. It's called Overboard for the Holidays. And it's a holiday romance that came out just in December. God, I can't remember the author off the top of my head. But it's a Harlequin special edition, so it should be relatively easy to get through. I think I'm going to make it my priority and be the only thing that I read today to get it done. And it's kind of like the movie Overboard, but and she loses her memory, but it takes place at Christmas time. It sounded cute. It is by Heatherly Bell.
And what was it? Is it a category romance, or?
It is a special edition.
Oh, special edition. You said that, and it's just like, I knew you had said.
No, you're good.
But it was just like sliding. It was sliding right off my brain matter.
What is thinking? What is thoughts? Here it is. I will show you the cover if I can. Yeah. On my Kindle, because I have everything on my Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
I live off my Kindle. There she goes. Overboard for the holidays.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So I shall report back.
Okay, well, when we start the sprint, I'm going to retrieve my Kindle, so I'll show the cover
very good
after the first sprint. That sounds fun, Sarah, says Kristen. What's everybody else up to?
Yes, let us know.
Let us know. But we can jump into the first sprint and then catch up if people want to share what they're doing.
Sure.
We can catch up during the next talkie bits while I also update you. I'm not sure how much I should share about this book because it is on Kindle Unlimited, so it's very accessible if people decide they want to read it.
Oh, good point.
So I don't know how much I want to spoil it, because if people are interested in reading it for themselves and they have Kindle Unlimited, they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So if people want to keep that in the back of their minds so that when I come back, you can give me some feedback on how much to share. I mean, the first sprint is going to be a half an hour, so I won't be to, any major plot points. I mean, we know, broadly speaking, what's going to happen. They're going to have their happily ever after, but how do they get to that point?
Well, that's exactly it. It's the journey.
Yeah. Kristen says, I will be finishing a Harlequin book as well. I'm reading 1 in a Million by Beverly Kendall.
Excellent.
Okie dokie. So let's see. It is, what time is it? Okay, so we're going to 5 minutes past the hour.
Perfect.
Okay, see you in about a half an hour.
Enjoy.
And we're back. Okay. Comments.
There we go.
Ana said, I'll leave it running while I'm gone. I guess she had to go somewhere and she's just leaving it up.
Appreciate
Gives
it.
me watch hours. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Ana, wherever you are. I think she meant to leave a comment explaining where she was going, but she didn't. But when she comes back, we'll be like, what's up?
Where were you?
She went through the Stargate. Stormy is in the comments.
Hey.
She said she might not be able to be on camera because, as she is explaining here, hi everyone, this poison ivy is kicking my butt. Hopefully not literally. I think it was like on her arms. I don't think she actually
got it everywhere. She wasn't sure.
Oh, well, if it got on her jeans or whatever.
Yeah, and I think she said she even might have had some on her face.
Anyway, she says it's kicking her butt, but the doc gave her a shot and a pill to take. Now I just feel fuzzy and drained. Well, I hope that we are providing you with some sort of entertainment.
And I'm so glad that you did go to the doctor, Storm. I really, really am. I know it was a hard decision, but I'm glad you went.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll get sorted out sooner rather than later, which is, I think, exactly what I said in my DM to her. So she's like, that phrase sounds familiar. Sucks just repeating herself at this point. Pearls and Plot Twist says, I was chatting with friends and trying to hunt down copies of the Home Fires books. The Home Fires books. I'm not familiar. Do you know what those are?
No, I do not.
Ooh, enlighten us, please. Emily says, I made lunch, a late lunch, but now I'm back. Ooh, what was it? We have our big meal at lunch, and we had that. We had this, we had soup. It's a great day for soup. A very hearty soup that's borderline stew. It is an Iranian dish called ashreshti, and it is a very hearty bean soup with noodles. And my mom learned how to make it when we lived in Iran. We lived in Iran for about a year and a half. And I think it was about a month, 5 or 6 weeks ago, maybe, I did a lamb roast. And then she used the bone and the drippings and so on to make as the base for the soup, because it's traditionally made with lamb or vegetarian, because they cook with lamb a lot in Persia. And then we froze some of it. And then this morning she was like, do you want to thaw that out and have that for lunch? And I was like, yes. That sounds lovely. It was very good. Very hearty. Lauren says, I made it to 12% in The Obsession by Nora Roberts. Did I read The Obsession by Nora Roberts? Might have done. Or maybe I haven't read it. I don't remember. I'm sorry you are still suffering, says Pearls and Plot Twist, Pearl, to Stormy. Yeah, it sucks, but hopefully she'll be getting better. And she's enlightening us. Home Fires was a show about World War II. It was so good, and the writer wrote books to keep the story going after it was canceled.
Oh, awesome.
Nice. I figured with a name like Home Fires, it had something to do with the home front.
Agreed.
Ana says, Ana, she's good. Emily says, turkey wrap with lettuce and tomato.
Yum.
Sounds nice and what's the phrase I'm looking for? Refreshing.
Agreed.
When you start putting lettuce and tomato in it, and turkey's a nice light poultry, so
agreed.
It's not like a hearty, thick soup/stew like I had.
We're doing lasagna for dinner tonight. I just had crackers and cheese.
Oh yeah, what is the deal with the oven? Did it get fixed or?
We don't have an oven. We haven't had an oven since the day we moved in.
Oh, I thought you said you had your oven situation had improved in some regard.
Well, okay, so what happened was so my mom's got a gas stove and it broke years ago. And unfortunately, when the house was built, for her now to replace it, it would cost an exorbitant amount of money because it needs to actually be redone. They did it incorrectly the first time. So she would either need to change it to an electric, which costs a lot of money, or pay to have it retrofitted or whatever.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
So what she got was a really big toaster oven / air fryer / convection oven / so it's been a lot better now. So we're able to cook like full-size pizzas in it. We're able to use it as a stove.
Okay, she got that fairly recently?
Yeah, she got it like 3 weeks ago or something like that. So we've been testing it out.
Because I knew that there has been some improvement in the cooking situation.
My husband, we bought this lasagna before, but he thinks he knows what he's doing, and he doesn't. because he doesn't read directions and he just goes on by what online says, but you can't use online AI for everything, right? So
It's printed on the box. How is
I know,
going
but he's like, well, we're
online?
going to use the air fryer part of it. I'm like, we're not using the air fryer part. My husband can cook. He's an amazing, amazing cook. He went to culinary school for a brief period of time. I am the one who cooks from boxes. If the food is in a box of some kind, leave it with me to cook. That's my expertise. if it's fresh fruits and vegetables and meats, that's Garrett's area. You know, like so I am cooking the lasagna tonight.
Well, we talked about that this morning about what we were going to have, and then I took a nap, and I woke up and I was planning what we could have for lunch, totally forgetting that we'd already. And oh no, we know what we're having for lunch. It's flying and everything. And then like I took another like 15-minute nap, and I woke up thinking, oh, I could do this for lunch. All right,
we already know. Yep, put it on the list. Put it on the list.
We're covered.
I do love the fact that that's your big meal.
Lunch.
Well, yeah, like it makes sense in a way, you know, like instead of having a big meal later in the evening.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll have a little snack or something later. My mom has to have something in the evening because she takes medication, and it doesn't specifically say you have to take it with food, but she just finds it works better for her. She does, but it doesn't have to be a lot of food. Yeah. Like last night she had a quesadilla. I mean,
yeah.
So anyway, so how is the special edition? What is the name of it again?
Overboard for the holidays.
Love Overboard. Huh?
So Overboard for the holidays.
Overboard for the holidays.
So it does sound not quite like the old movie Overboard with Goldie Hawn, but
which was itself a remake.
It was. You are correct. Yes.
And I have not seen Overboard, but I've seen the movie that they were remaking.
Okay.
Which was very different indeed.
In this one, she's not a bad person, but she's not like the nicest person. She's like she's at her Christmas party, and it's on a yacht in this bay in like somewhere in Texas, right? And they're on a yacht and blah blah blah. And she's got her eye on the son of the guy who owns the company. He's got a girlfriend, but she doesn't much care because she wants him anyway. So like that's a little right. Anyway, she's up at the top of the ship or the yacht, excuse me, and she's trying to get a selfie, and she falls overboard, hits her head. She gets rescued by this guy. He's an ex-Navy SEAL, because of course he's an ex-Navy SEAL. And now she's been to the hospital. She has no memory of her name. So he's kind of taking her in, and he's going to look after her, and hopefully she regains her memory. That's where we are now. I'm about 15% of the way through it, but so far I'm enjoying it. But she has no memory of anything. Like she remembers her mom died when she was young and stuff, but that's really about it. So. Okay. How's your book going?
And well, Kristen says I'm almost at the halfway point.
Yay.
I am 22% of the way into Innocent Mistress.
Excellent.
This whole thing where like somebody inherits money from somebody and everybody assumes that she's his mistress. That was the backstory of Marion Pyrou in the music band. Madam Librarian. Where they sing about her and they say he left River City, the library building, but he left all the books to her. And everybody assumed that she was his mistress because like he did leave the library to the city, but it was on the condition that as long as Marion had a job there, she would have one.
Okay.
So it was like guaranteed employment. And she had a younger brother, Winthrop, who was played by Ron Howard in the movie.
Oh, all right.
Little Ronnie Howard, as he was known then. And a lot of people thought, well, I don't know if they made this clear in the movie or in the musical, but it's like implied that the town thought maybe that he wasn't her brother, that he was her son with Old Man Madison. Okay. Old Man Madison was the guy who left the library to her. And so in the movie, he was not, they were not together like that. And her brother was her brother. And she gets together with Robert Preston and they presumably live happily ever after. Well, that's kind of, we don't know what's going on with why she's inherited all this money. I have my suspicions as to why, but it's interesting because I was like, oh wait, this is kind of like the backstory to Marion, Madam Librarian in Music Man, which takes place in River City, Iowa. Well, this book takes place in a city that they refer to, well, at least it starts in a city they refer to as River City, which I believe is a nickname for Brisbane in Australia.
Okay, yes.
I think so. Let me check. Yeah, Brisbane is actually nicknamed the River City because of the river on which it is located. So I'm like, I'm guessing she may have done that on purpose. But I mean, it's not the same situation exactly. But my Kindle shut itself down. There we go. Now I had just, when it was time for the sprint to be over with, I had gotten to the first chapter. So far, it's mostly told from Jude's point of view. He's the lawyer.
Okay.
And he did not draw up the will.
Okay.
His father was also a lawyer who did the will. And then when his father died, he, the guy who died, named Jude as his executor. So Jude's not familiar with the will. He's never read it. He keeps having to explain to the surviving family that he is not their lawyer. He represents the interests of the deceased. Anyway, are you okay? Mail!
My husband just brought this up for me. I got a package.
I recognize that card, I think. Do I recognize that card?
I don't know what this is. Can you not make a bunch of noise, Gary? Sure. Millbrook.
That's me. Oh, that's. Oh, I sent you another card in the meantime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I got a package, and I have no idea what it is because I didn't order it.
I didn't send you anything. I sent you cards, but.
So we're going to crack this open when you're done talking about your book. So you go right ahead.
Oh, okay. Yes. People's like, talk about your book. We want to see. We want to see. I want to see. I want to see. Okay. So the first chapter was just like establishing just like how incredibly hot this Jude dude is.
Of course.
And we've been redundantly explained like 2 or 3 times that he has blue eyes. And apparently that's a big deal. But anyway, now we're in this small town in Queensland, Australia, which is where he's from and where the rich dude lives and so on. And we're getting these lovely descriptions of the area. And this is like literally the paragraph I was on when it was time to come back. The golden disk of the sun was hot and brilliant. There was a bluish haze over the water, blue water all around, glittering as if a billion metallic sequins had been cast on the rolling surface. Blue sky above. This was the tropics, ineffable gold and blue. He'd lowered the passenger window so the sea breeze could waft in. It bore the fragrance of seawater and salt mingled with the tropical fruits that grew nearby and the delicious scent of the flowers. She's already described the trees and the flowers and everything. So she's very nice with the descriptions. I really enjoy the descriptions.
I agree. I found the same thing. Yes.
Evocative. However, it's like the story is kind of being stretched out. So we're getting some backstory on the other people in the story, which you don't always get with these books because they don't always have the space. But I think the story itself is not going to require a lot of space to, resolve. So we're getting a lot of ins and outs into like wills and how they work and so on and so forth, which I'm not mad about.
I feel like mine is slightly the opposite because I think the story's going to like not drag out, but it's the whole thing they're dealing with is like they're attracted to each other, but she doesn't know if she's with somebody else. You know what I mean? Like he's treading lightly. Plus the fact she has amnesia. You don't want to start something with somebody who's got amnesia because really you can't consent to anything because you don't know your own state of mind. Yeah. But they just very much, I felt the author just very much kind of glossed over the whole point where she was in the hospital. It was like she was in the hospital being looked at, then all of a sudden she's at his house. Well, like, is that the way these things go? Like, they're not just going to let you leave the hospital, like, without knowing who you are, I'm assuming. I don't know. Like, who do you send the bill to? Like...
Well, I don't think that these questions were addressed in the movie upon which it was based. So
right, but you know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of, I feel like that was, like, all of that time, it was like, all of a sudden, he's picking her up. And, she's, like, even leaving the hospital going, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know who's picking me up. And then all of a sudden, he's there, Yeah. So...
Okay, and Pearls wants to know if I am local. Are you a millbilly? I am not. Millbrook is the name of the street on which I live in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And since every town in Connecticut has Millbrook Road, I'm not giving too much away there.
It's like a main street, right?
Long Hill, Main Street, Millbrook. And because my town is on the river, we also have a water street.
Really? I think this is going to take me some time to get into, so we might want to sprint, and then I'll show it when we get back.
Well, there's also the card.
Oh, can I open that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
If you want to, you don't have to.
I absolutely will. I'll open this during the sprint because it's going to take me a few minutes. Because, I mean, it is taped. Like, it is taped. I opened my other bit of mail, which was my tax receipt from the hospital for my donation. Actually, I just saw today, Newsweek magazine posted their list of the top hospitals in the world. My hospital that did my transplant is now number 2 in the world.
That's not surprising.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I mailed that ages ago, if you look at the postmark.
Yes.
Everybody else go.
February 3rd.
Yeah.
Pretty. Shiny.
Oh, yes. I remember looking at that card and thinking, it looks like this.
Oh, it does too, doesn't it? Oh, that's fun. Like, even the swirls are the same.
Yeah. Well, actually not quite the same.
But pretty close.
Yeah, very close. Anyway, well, of course, mine is backward to me. Yours is forward as I look at it, but mine is backward. So
very pretty. I love it. Thank you so much.
Yes, I talked about it in my countdown to Valentine's Day because I wanted to send out, I got a box of Valentine's cards and there were like 2 of different designs. Yes. So I was like trying to pick the ones that I would send to people. And I was talking about how it was like when I was in school, we did the like classroom Valentine's thing, but we did not have a requirement that you give it to every single person in class. We didn't have that requirement or tradition. So it became like a popularity contest. And I was like, I want to reclaim this. But yeah, there's somebody else who lives not far from you who was on my list, and she got it like a week or more ago. So I don't know why it was so delayed.
Yeah, I was going to say at first that it might be because we don't grab the mail that often because we have to walk to the mailbox.
Oh.
However, Garrett just went and got it the other day because he'd been waiting on his like health insurance card. Yeah. And we're also waiting on our like tax forms, right? So we can do our taxes.
So it was like 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks to get you. That's unusual.
And considering it's not like you're like in Texas or Florida, like the way the crow flies, you're really not that far from me.
I know. Anyway. Well, I did send you another card because I was looking at it and like, oh, that's not the card I sent you for your birthday, which I put in the mail on Saturday, I think.
Oh, then
I mailed a bunch of stuff on Saturday. Huh?
I should get it by April.
I know. I was thinking I had mailed everything out in plenty of time. Anyway, I sent some packages as well as your card out on Saturday, and it was like, oh, they'll get there by Wednesday. And I'm guessing they haven't to the recipients because in Monday they were in Springfield, Massachusetts, which is in that same weather band that had all the snow.
Oh gosh, yes.
I haven't checked their status, but I'm guessing that they're still in transit.
Yes.
So, So she's still working on the box. What's in the box?
I'm going to be here for a while, guys.
Huh?
I'm going to be here for a while trying to open this.
Oh, well, do you want to...
yeah, like I said, if you want to jump to sprint, then I'll show you.
Okay, let's do another sprint.
Yes.
Okay, and I will find out what's going on. I think I know what's happening. My guess is...
I tell you that I thought about you the other day in this book that I was reading. This one.
Why? Was it about somebody who was devastatingly attractive?
No, they were talking... She was talking about his wrists. He was signing something and she looked at his wrist and she goes, oh, he had such nice strong wrists. And I thought, oh god, Sock would be swooning at this point.
I wouldn't be swooning, but the ladies in those Amy Lauren books, wow.
Right?
Wrists, ankles, just a whole wide array of joints.
What was it with these books written in the 70s and 80s with wrists?
Maybe it's like you know how in the old Hollywood musicals they talk about dancing as metaphor for sex. Wrists is metaphor for
something.
Fingers.
I know.
Okay, so it is 25 minutes past the hour. So why don't we go to the top of the hour? 35 minute sprint.
Yep.
Okay, sprinting until Okay. Have fun opening your package, and I hope it is something that you can share with us. Or you'll open it and you'll be like, yeah, it was I can't tell you what it was, but it was very nice. Okay, we're back.
Yay!
Of course, I caught you just as you were chewing.
Yeah, eating my jelly beans.
Ooh, jelly beans.
Yeah.
Anna says, I started out hating this guy's guts, but he's growing on me like a persistent fungus. Yeah, you just get used to it.
Right, right.
Are you still reading Elsie Silver, or I'm asking Anna because she was
No.
yeah. Okay, so I am now 52% of the way through the book.
Okay.
And let me see if I can figure out how to share screen. Because I can show the color cover because my Kindle is not a color. That would have been an extra $200 and it wasn't worth it.
Right.
I could buy hardcovers for that. Okay, let's see if I can do this correctly. Whoops. Oops, that's just me. That's just us. Okay, you'll have to let me know. Is anything showing up?
No.
Okay.
So you go to share screen.
Where is that?
So if you look at the bottom, it's got your microphone, your camera, and the little what looks like a computer with a plus in it. So if you click on that little computer plus thing, it should say share screen. Do you want me to do it for you? I can share.
No, hang on a second. Okay.
It's thinking.
The infinite regression. Can you see it now?
Yay!
Okay, so you can see the ocean in the background and she's wearing a subtropical dress.
Mm-hmm.
And however, this is like the Harlequin cover.
Yes.
And the Mills and Boone cover is different.
Oh my.
Come on. There we go. So there we have really leaning into the tropical vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nice because we've been going out of our way to establish that the light in, they call it north of Capricorn because they're north of Tropic of Capricorn.
Okay.
As being particularly incandescent, which I think that this kind of captures that a little bit better.
Sure.
And let's see the mass market paperback. Okay. Yeah, that's the North American cover. But I think that the Mills and Boone cover, Tender Romance, I like it a lot better.
Agreed.
I think it's more how do I unshare?
There you go.
There we go. Thank you for talking me through that.
Oh, no problem.
It's hard because you get that infinite regression thing. And then when I click on the tab, then I can't see anything anymore.
Oh, yes, of course.
I'm like, am I sharing the details of my bank account?
Yeah.
My medical chart?
Right.
Anyway, yeah, I think the Mills and Boone cover is better. It's more evocative. It's more eye-catching. It's just, it's a better cover. Stormy says, I rested my eyes, so didn't do much. Nice.
That's good. Sleeping is healing.
What you need. Perfect. Jill! Hang on. There she is. Read 25 pages of High Tea and Misdemeanors by Laura Childs.
Wonderful.
If there is a book called High Tea and Misdemeanors, I hope there are beautiful descriptions of the food being served.
Right.
Whether it's American high tea with like little sandwiches and tiny scones and so on, or British high tea where it's like, I don't know, baked beans on toast. Tasty. So, like I said, 52%. Things are heating up. Not just because we had a little smoochy smooch on the beach. Things are heating up because at like 40% in, 37% in, there's suddenly like this whole like, it's told largely from his point of view. You get a few other points of view, but mostly his. And it's kind of nice because the reader is being kept as much in the dark as he is. Because when we get the little bits with her point of view, it's mostly like how she feels in the moment.
Okay.
And then from his point of view, he finds out about stuff about her background and her past from her.
Okay.
So like we have access to some of her feelings about what's happening in the here and now. But for like her background, we're just getting it as he gets it, which is kind of a fun way to structure it. So it was a little bit slow going, but then like I said, like about 37-39% in, we find out some stuff about her. Like he's trying to figure out, and this is what I was thinking, was that maybe the rich old dude who died and left her all this money, I was thinking that maybe he was like her father, like she was a secret baby.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking that might be the case, and so is Jude the lawyer. And so he's asking her about her family, and he finds out that her father died in a car crash when she was 10.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother married this dude that she didn't like very much. And then her mother, a few years after that, like disappeared off the face of the earth. And she's pretty sure that her stepfather killed her mother. But there's no proof of this. And he has an alibi and so on, but she's absolutely convinced of it. Mm-hmm. But because we're getting Jude's point of view, the dude's point of view, Jude the dude, Jude the dude, he's like, well, this doesn't make any sense. And you're in agreement with Jude because, again, we don't have her point of view. And I like that because it's just like kind of adds layers to the mystery. There's the mystery of why which dude left her all the money. And then there's the mystery of like her mother's disappearance. Also, his mother abandoned their family when he was like 12. His mother was super smoking hot. Mm-hmm. And she lived in a small town. And she ran off with a rich American tourist. So he's got like severe mommy issues and issues with women in general. And he's mistrustful. Mm-hmm. So but he also thinks that Kate is very attractive. And he's conflicted about that because he's got his suspicions about why did she inherit all this money. And he wants to believe, well, first he wants to believe that she's awful. Now he wants to believe that she's not. But he's like, why all of this money? What is with all the mystery? Why? Why? Ana says, I've read 46 pages during stream so far. Yeah, if you don't mind telling us what you're reading. Or not. Whatever. I'm not the boss.
I think she's reading the Elsie Silver, but I'm not absolutely certain.
I'm not sure because she said this guy sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what's going on with this book.
That's fun.
And because it is on Kindle Unlimited, like I said, I'm trying to avoid too many spoilers.
Of course. No, I get that.
I've kind of summarized it up to this point, but we haven't really gotten any answers yet. Like the more we find out at this point, the more questions we have.
Yes, of course.
So I like this saying of like all of these mysteries going on. It's almost like a very well lit Gothic.
Ooh, nice.
Except that like it's like a Gothic where he's the heroine.
Gotcha.
So he's got a power that you don't normally see from the lead character in a Gothic.
Yes.
Because he's a man and he's established and everything. But at the same time, he's totally in the dark.
Yes.
And he's got a little bit of emotional arrested development because of what happened when he was a kid. Mm-hmm. So it's really, really interesting. And if you have Kindle Unlimited and it's available on Kindle Unlimited in your jurisdiction, because that kind of depends.
Yes, it does. It's available in Canada. I checked.
Okay, it's available in Canada on Kindle Unlimited. It's available in North America on Kindle Unlimited. I don't know about the rest of the world. If you're from other parts of the world and you're watching this back later or you're in the comments, please let us know. I like
to say your mileage may vary.
Yeah. You may have to do a little manipulation of your VPN. Mm-hmm. But I would say that if you do have Kindle Unlimited, it's worth it to check it out because it was a little slow going at first. And the way he's acting toward her is kind of odd, but you also get the explanation like he doesn't trust women. And like the beginning of the book opens with this woman like really coming onto him really, really strongly, like to the point where he feels like he's being sexually harassed by her. And he can't really do much about it except try to avoid her because her father owns the law firm where he works.
Yes.
So that kind of establishes early on that you're kind of getting a slightly different perspective here.
Okay.
You know, that it's not quite role reversal in a Gothic, but there is certain elements of that. And I think she does a good job at balancing that role reversal while still, you know, saying, okay, well, as a man in society, he has certain physical and social advantages that keep him from being like the ignorant governess or whatever, the naive governess.
Okay.
But I think she does a good job of balancing it. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah. Mine, on the other hand, is just super cutesy because it's Christmas, right? So I think of Tiffany. I'm like, Tiffany would love this because they had a what do you call it? A float, like a Christmas float, but boats because they're on the water. So they decorate the boats up with all the lights. And so they had a parade, a boat parade. Mm-hmm. And our male lead, Rowan, and his cousin Declan, they live next door to each other. They're having a competition with each other for like lawn ornaments, like, and decorating up for Christmas. Like they want to be able to be seen from the space shuttle, kind of an idea. So you're getting all these really cutesy small town. And Stormy, close your ears if you're listening. This is 9th in the series. So you're kind of meeting other characters in town that clearly have other books. So I think it's going to be really fun to dive into the rest of these books at a later date.
Where does it take place?
A small town called Charming, Texas. So, yeah.
They used to do the Christmas boat parade in Oxnard, California.
Okay.
Which is near Ventura, where I used to live.
I read a book by, is it Lisa Kleypas? One of her more contemporary. It was called Friday Harbor. Christmas at Friday Harbor. And I think that's a real place in the Pacific Northwest, and they did the same thing. They did the boat parade. Yeah.
Anna says that's an adorable town name.
Yeah. Yes.
And I believe Stormy is, in fact, covering up her ears.
It was funny because even the female lead, because she doesn't know where she is. She knows nothing about herself, right? And she's like, wow, this town really lives up to its name. Like, she even kind of calls them on it, right? But yeah, I'm about a quarter of the way through it now, and I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah.
Okay.
You want to see my package thing?
Oh, yes.
Because I haven't opened it fully. I just opened it enough that I could get into it. So I haven't gone into it yet. So let's open it up. And it says, Happy Birthday. I know who it's from. I'm not going to reveal it in case they want to be anonymous, but a little bird.
Oh, that's pretty.
And oh my gosh, they packaged upon package this. Okay, let me break out the scissors. Hold on.
Meanwhile, we have a comment from Anna.
Yes.
Says I think both times I typed the book title, the chat erased it. So she keeps trying to tell us.
Oh, it must be something very scandalous.
Oh my gosh. Hang on. Let me go to Discord. Anna, if you want to DM me on Discord, if you don't mind, and then we can share.
YouTube's been acting so weird lately.
Well, I know a lot of people have been having issues with their comments being censored.
Ooh. Glad I broke out the scissors. Hey,
oh, yes. I actually see the little ellipsis where she's typing something in Discord.
Oh, nice.
And I sent a link to Blake in case she was available, but she sent me a note saying she's actually out of town.
She's at a conference for work of some kind, some sort of book conference, which sounds delightful.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure why it is erasing it. It is from, it's Elsie Silver. It's the front runner from Gold Rush Ranch. I have the Gold Rush Ranch books, but I haven't read them yet. But Anna is like working her way through her Elsie Silver catalog and doing quite a fast clip. I was wondering if it was a mug.
I just took it says just one more chapter with my name on it.
Oh, that's so pretty. Does it show anything on the back?
It's the same thing.
Oh, it's the same on both sides. Yep. Cool beans.
And then inside,
good for people who are left-handed or right-handed.
So inside just plain. But it says a little sticker that says "Have a nice day," and a little sticker says "Feeling a bit bunny today."
Uh-huh.
I do love a good pun.
I got a new bunny the other day.
Free hugs.
Ah, nice. Okay. But it's a cactus.
Yep. And this was from Gersign Designs, and they're on Etsy.
Nice.
Yeah. So I will be
I
showing
should say,
this off.
here's a little bit of a spoiler for you. I sent you a birthday card.
Yeah.
And usually, I think I forgot on one of the packages I sent out the other day, but I usually, when I send people a card or something, I slip some stickers into it. But I wasn't sure if I could do that because of imports.
Yes, of course.
So I was just like, I can only send you a letter. So I put a whole bunch of stickers on the outside of the envelope.
Yay!
Which I picked very specifically with you in mind. I usually try to do that. And I was thinking, well, maybe she can like steam them off or something, because they might be something you want to use or copy or something. So, but one of them reminded me of your tattoo.
Okay.
On your wrist, or no, on your forearm, I guess it is.
That one?
Oh no, it wasn't that one. It was my misunderstanding of what's on your forearm. Because I'd never seen it up close.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cardiac monitor readout.
Nope, that's there.
Oh, that is what that is.
It is on my wrist, yes.
Oh, okay. So, yes.
I did have that tattooed somewhere on my body. And it is my old heart's monitor.
Are you going to put the new one on?
When I eventually get it tattooed, because I'm going to put the date of the transplant and everything on, yeah.
Nice. So anyway, I did at the end of the 10 minutes of yuck, I did take those ornaments off.
Oh yes, of course.
I do have some ornaments to put on that are bookish.
Ooh.
But I think I have to answer a call of nature.
Fun times.
So let's go into a sprint, and then I will show you what's going to go on the tree.
Okay.
After we come back from the sprint. And I'm into this story. I want to find out what happened. So I'm kind of inclined to go to the top of the hour again, which is almost 45 minutes.
That sounds good to me. I'm happy to do that. Yeah. Very good.
I know a fair number of people who are watching this are probably like at work. So
yeah.
No people who work from home or whatever. So sprinting until. And I don't know if Kat is actually having a live stream today.
I just looked and I didn't see anything.
Okay, because she was on that scrapbooking retreat. And Correct. She didn't have one on Saturday, and she might be like coming home. Yeah. She might have gotten delayed because I don't think they're having weather where she is. But
no.
But it can have a knock-on effect.
Absolutely.
If you're trying to travel. Yeah. So, okay, sprinting until the top of the hour.
Sounds good.
YouTube rejected my comment. They think it's spam.
That is hilarious.
Speaking of the curse. Sprint, they think until. Let's try it again.
Third time's a charm.
Ah, here we go. I think it was because they put an exclamation mark. And we all know that spam has exclamation marks, and they're never used any other time. Okay, see you in 45, little less than 45.
Sounds good.
And we're back. How'd you do?
I was playing around on my computer for a little bit, organizing some things. Pardon me, excuse me. And then I read another chapter and a half of Vermont Valentine by Kristen Hardy. I like to rotate between my books, so we're getting all the holidays today, basically. But yeah.
Nice.
How'd you do?
I am, what am I, 84%? 84% through this book.
Okay.
Some more stuff is happening, but I don't want to talk about what it is. However, I will say this because it's a potential content warning that people should be aware of if they are interested in reading this. And that is, I kind of suspected that this was the case, and unfortunately it proved out that her stepfather had an unnatural interest in her.
Oh.
So,
okay.
It didn't get carried as far as it could have gone, but it's still
far
enough. It's not being presented as anything other than yikes, but I know there are people who would probably not want to read about that.
100%.
So that's the only spoiler I'm going to give, because that's something people would probably want to know about before they start reading it. I started to kind of get suspicious, and yeah, unfortunately for her, that was borne out. My suspicions were borne out. So I am liking the book, though. I just, like I said, just want to make sure people are aware of that before they make the choice to read that. So yeah, I would still recommend it with that caveat. I would still recommend it, and that's why I'm not going to get too much into it, because meanwhile, what's going on in the tree?
Yes.
The tree. It is reaching for my stuff. It is going to be a bookish tree. I have a bunch of bookish ornaments. I have these ornaments.
Oh, those are cute.
This is paper that has been attached to an ornament ball. And this was made, I've talked about these before. I got these at a library sale over in Portland. This is Portland, Connecticut, on the other side of the river. And it is, they had these, and they had wreaths. I'm kicking myself for not having gotten a book page wreath. But these ornaments were done by the Teen Crafting Club and then sold at the library sale as a fundraiser. So hopefully they'll do them again next year and I can get the wreath, because I should have done.
Absolutely.
And I also have this. This is something we got in Germany. It's not technically a Christmas ornament, but I'm going to turn it into one. It is a little book.
Oh, that's delightful.
And it has little illustrations.
Oh, how cute.
It is called Weihnachtslieder, which means Christmas carols.
Very nice.
So I am going to figure out a way to hang it from the tree. I have this lovely ornament that was a gift. She put it in my birthday box from Kristen, our very own Kristen.
Yes. I love that when I saw it.
Yeah, I talked about it when I opened the box, and I've talked about it on the tree. It's actually got a dimensional element to it. It's carved.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So it's like the space, like the books, the globe. I think there's a piece of fruit on here, the apple. That's all like in relief.
Oh, wow.
So that's all up. And then the negative spaces between the items is further, recessed. It's been gracing the big tree in my bedroom, but since it's very bookish, it says just one more chapter. It's going to go on this tree. And I actually have an ornament on here already, which, there. Okay. It's kind of like a stained glass deal.
Ooh, pretty.
There, you can see the light shining through it. That was my Christmas present from Ana. So Kristen also gave me the tiara. So.
Lovely.
So I am rocking these lovely things people have sent me. I need to try to arrange this stained glass kind of ornament so that it's
So the light
actually
hits. Yeah.
hanging in front of a light. But it's a little chaos monkey, so.
That's all right.
And my mom gave me this ornament last year.
Ooh, I like that.
And that's porcelain. And then she ordered a bunch for me this year, which are like acrylic.
Mm.
They're in little plastic envelopes. Oops. And the ties are not tied onto them. So it's like a Christmas tree of books with a little Santa hat on it. And then there are different variations on that theme. Except that inexplicably, they're all like different book trees. But somewhere in here is a tree. Oh, this one's really nice.
Ooh.
Somewhere in here it is. This is not a bookish tree. There's a selection of, I think there are 10 or 12 in here. This one's just pickles. So that can go on a food tree. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I talked about this last December, my advent calendars.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this one, the Book Lovers Advent Calendar. It had all kinds of stuff in it.
Okay.
Very good quality stuff too. I was worried that the stuff was going to be poorly made or junk or whatever, but they were fine. And one of them is a bookmark that I think I'm going to use as an ornament. This is wood.
Ooh.
And it says, I can't see my reading glasses. It says, books are a uniquely portable magic, which is a quote from Stephen King. And instead of using it as a wood bookmark, I'm going to hang it on the tree.
Awesome.
And there's another ornament in here somewhere that I'm going to hang on the tree. Here, no. Well, there are also these gift tags that aren't particularly bookish, but they would probably make decent ornaments.
Oh, absolutely.
But they're not bookish. They're like sweaters and ornaments and stuff. Most of the stuff was explicitly bookish, but for some reason that wasn't. And this is an open book that reads one more page.
Oh, I like that.
And I also got this advent calendar.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can open it without throwing everything everywhere. Oops. Had it upside down and backward. It has this sort of bookcase look to it.
Oh, cute.
And what happened was in each of these envelopes, there was this little cardboard. Yeah, there they are. Trying to find my glasses. It wasn't going well. If you've ever seen any of my videos, you know that that is an ongoing theme. Where are the reading glasses? This little book.
Okay.
And there was one for each day. And they're like little conversation starters.
Oh, cute.
So this one is the best book I read this year. And there's a picture of a kitty.
Cute.
And today's question, what was the best book you read this year? Why did you enjoy it so much? And then it has a whole bunch of some amazing books you might love.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And each day has recs like that. So there's like Northwoods, All Fours of Miranda July, James by Percival Everett, Memory Peace by Lisa Coe, sorry. So my mother suggested that I might turn these into ornaments.
Ooh, that'd be cute.
And I can hang them on the bookish tree. And I haven't decided yet. I have this spool of gold thread.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't decided yet if I'm just going to tie it around or if I'm actually going to take a needle and actually poke it through.
Mm.
I haven't decided. I'm probably going to take the needle and poke it through and then there was like a little bonus thing at the end, and that was this little metal
Oh, pretty.
heart. It says bibliophile. So that's going to go on the tree.
Very nice.
So some of these things I can just hang on right now, and some of them I need to kind of finesse them. So that's what's going to happen to the tree.
Very cool.
And yours, I know you put away.
Yeah.
I was impressed that you kept it out as long as you did.
I think it was more a lazy situation when in reality Garrett took it down and took 3 seconds.
Oh, I thought it looked cool for Valentine's, that
It
white
did,
tree with
and
red
I liked
pink.
it. But it didn't work in here for long term. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you need space for the book cart.
And space is at a premium for us, so.
Yeah. So anyway. Oh my. This afternoon is just flying by.
I know.
It's like after 4 already.
After 5.
Is it?
It's 5. It's 10 after 5.
My word. My goodness
know.
gracious. I had suddenly moved into the central time zone.
I know. I was like, wait, I thought that you were in Connecticut. How are you suddenly?
I am in Connecticut. I just can't do math. I'm looking where it says that I've been live streaming for over 3 hours. And I forgot that I started at 2, not 1. Well, how about, I think it'll take me about 20 minutes to finish that. So how about another sprint to half past the hour?
Perfect. Then it'll give me time to go put my dinner on after that. Wonderful.
Okay, so it'll less than 20 minutes, but hopefully I'll finish.
No problem.
What? YouTube rejected my comment again. It's
You got
that
those
it's that
damn
exclamation mark. It does not like the exclamation mark.
Weird.
Nope, it doesn't like that either.
I wonder if it's considering it to be like a spam comment.
It is. It says specifically YouTube rejected your comment, probably because they think it's spam. No, it does not like my comments.
They're really cracking down.
Yeah, I wonder if it says this is third party or something.
I can tell you how to put a banner on.
Oh, okay, sure.
I can walk you through that.
Okay, now we are definitely going to be sprinting until 35 minutes past the hour.
That's no problem. I'm good with that.
Okay.
If you go to the side where the comments are, on the other side of the comments there should be like
it says banners.
See, click on banners. Yep.
Create a banner.
Yep, and then you're just going to create it.
There we go. Sprinting until. Okay, I'm going to change it to 35 minutes past the hour because.
Fine, yep.
Scroll across ticker. I'm not going to
That's
worry about.
I like personally, but it's up to you.
You what?
I like the one that scrolls across, but it's up to you.
Yeah, that's the I'm going to take that. I'm not going to bother to put it on a timer. I'll just take normal as the speed.
Walnut's not together right.
It's. I've clicked on add banner, but it's not doing anything.
Have you clicked show? Like if you hover over the banner, it says like show or whatever. I don't know because I'm not in. Like I'm not in the studio. Oh, take off the comment that you've got because you're highlighting a comment right now in the chat. I know.
Well, I don't know how to take the comment off without going all the way back to the comments.
Fair enough.
Okay.
There we go.
Who's my baby girl?
Yay! Well done.
Thank you so much. Now I'll just do that every time.
There you go.
I learned new skills today.
You can go home after this.
I am home. I know everything there is to know about live streaming. I need never do it again.
There you go.
But I like doing it.
I'm only two. Yeah, of course.
Okay. See you in about 20 minutes.
No worries.
And we're back.
Yay!
I just typed a test comment on YouTube,
Mhm.
but it's
And
not
it
showing
came up.
up here. Huh?
But oh no, that's the old one. That's the one from 4 o'clock.
Yeah. No, I just now typed test comment on YouTube. It's
Okay.
not showing up here. I don't know if it's showing up on YouTube.
I can't see it, but I don't know. That's weird.
Okay, it's very possible that, because I can see it, but that's just because I don't know. I wonder if, because there haven't been any comments since 4 o'clock.
You're correct.
So I wonder if YouTube is just going ham on the comment banning. For all I know, there are people like leaving all kinds of comments. Oh, Anna says. She's saying quite a few of my comments have been deleted. Huh.
That is ridiculous. I'm going to it on my phone. I'm going to this chat on my phone. I just want to see if it's showing up on. Yeah, no, nothing has shown since except for the one that Ina just posted.
Yeah. Well, that's weird. Mm-hmm. By the way, Kat is having sprints on her channel.
I just saw that, but it must have just happened because I don't recall seeing it earlier than this. So my sincerest apologies.
Maybe she started later than usual. I don't know. But she is doing it. So people who want to migrate over there, because I finished my book. I liked it. It did get kind of romantic suspensey.
Oh, okay.
And the mystery and, what was going on here. I enjoyed it. I felt like I was satisfied with the resolution. And I really did like that this time it was the female main character who was mysterious and withholding.
Yes.
And then, of course, you find out what she's withholding and everything, and it kind of makes sense. But, usually it's the dude who's just being mysterious and withholding, and usually not for very good reasons other than there wouldn't have been a book without it.
That's right. That's right.
So, but I felt I liked the role reversal in that sense.
Good.
And how she handled, the role reversal, but like I mentioned before, the differences in how genders are treated in society.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's not a one-to-one correspondence. So I liked it a lot, and I would say I think I would give it 3.75. Not quite a 4-star read for me.
Okay,
but still worthwhile. And I would say if you have Kindle Unlimited and you have access to it, go ahead and take it. Or if you're somebody who will subscribe to Kindle Unlimited for a month and then suspend, then put it on your list for the next time you subscribe.
Oh, absolutely.
If any of this sounded intriguing to you. If this sounds like utter BS, then obviously don't do it. So next week, I will be back to rating my very old categories. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I might grab a whole stack of them and just go through them until somebody does something really objectionable. And just move on to the next one. That might be kind of fun.
I love it. That sounds like fun.
Are you going to be around? Are you going to be available next week?
Bearing anything else, God willing, I'll be here next week.
Well, it could be that your father's second cousin's wife's ex-husband's dentist shows up.
These
wants
things
to
happen.
Say hey.
These things
You never know. You never know. Well, anyway, thank you all for joining me or for watching it back later. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your comments. I did not see it. I got to all the comments I saw. And they're not showing up on YouTube either. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'll Google around and see if anybody else is having this problem. I know people have been having issues with comments on other live streams.
We've been noticing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry about that. If you were trying to participate and you were like, oh, why?
Mm-hmm.
That's why. Anyway, so yes, I will be back at 2 p.m. Eastern next Wednesday. So slightly a week away minus the 3.5 hours.
Yes.
Anyway, thanks again for joining.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.